what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique videos. Basically, I just love sharing my opinion, so if any of that interests you, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload. Alright guys, so today's video, I'm going to be doing a part 2 to a video I did about a week or two ago, where I reacted to your unpopular opinions. A lot of you guys really liked that video, and it was really fun and chill for me to film, and while I did have another video planned to come up at the end of this week, that video is probably going to take me a little bit longer to make just because there's a bit of pre-planning involved, but I still wanted to get a video up for you guys, and I still have tons and tons of your unpopular opinions that you sent me on Instagram and my YouTube community tab. So today I finally sorted through all of them and chose the remaining ones that I wanted to talk about. So if I end up doing this video again, I'll ask for some new ones because I've sorted through all of them, which by the way, I'm not being dramatic, I would say I read about 500 unpopular opinions because on my community tab there are about like 400, and then on Instagram there are about 100. So I literally read through 500 unpopular opinions. The things I do for YouTube. But anyway guys, I've chosen the best ones to react to today. If you've not already seen the first video, I will link it down below if you want to watch that. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it because I'm about to dive in to your unpopular opinions. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and start off with the unpopular opinions that I got from Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? Please follow me. I need validation. Anyways, my username is just at the lukealexander if you would like to go ahead and follow me. Anyways, moving on. So the first one. Okay, the first unpopular opinion says that mullets are actually kinda attractive. Look, I'm not really sure if you're trolling me, but I'm gonna have to disagree. Mullets are nasty, and I still can't believe that it is almost 2020 and there are still people thinking that that is a hairstyle that is socially acceptable. I occasionally see mullets, and I kind of look at the person and I'm like, you know what, you do you, freedom of expression, but like, why? Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing this to us? We have to view this. You know what I'm saying? It's a no from me, okay? And that goes for rat's tails too. If you don't know what rat's tails are, God bless your soul. Ignorance is bliss. Okay, moving on. Alrighty, the next unpopular opinion is that Euphoria isn't that good of a show. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree. I binged watched Euphoria in 2 days. I thought it was such an amazing show. Beyond just like the storyline and how complex and interesting all the characters were, the cinematography in that show and just everything. I honestly really love that show. I honestly think it's one of the few shows that is worth the hype because it addresses so many important issues, does it in such a beautiful, unique way, so different from any other show. And honestly, I could rave about Euphoria all day because I freaking love that show. So no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree. Okay, moving on. Okay, this unpopular opinion is interesting. It says potatoes in all forms are rank. I don't care if they are fried, roasted, smashed, or baked. I'm gonna have to disagree with you 100% because potatoes are amazing. I don't care what form they come in. Get that shit in me, okay? Potatoes are delicious. I love potatoes in all form, and I stand by that, and I will continue to stand by that till the day that I die. Bury me in a sack of potatoes. Anyway, moving on. So this okay. No. This next unpopular opinion is sushi is not so good. I disagree. Sushi is amazing. It used to be one of my favorite foods before I became vegetarian, but now that I no longer eat fish, my options are kind of limited, so it's not my favorite, but I still love me some good sushi. In fact, just last week I went to an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet and knocked down 6 plates. So, yeah, I'm a fan. I love sushi. I don't know about this one. This one says, I kind of love public displays of affection. No. Absolutely not. Look, I'm okay with like couples holding hands, whatever, but like nobody wants to see you kiss. Nobody wants to see you make out. Like, it's just nasty, especially when you go clubbing and there's like people grinding on each other like, y'all make me sick. No, it's gross. Public displays of affection are nasty. Moving on. Okay, I saw a lot of unpopular opinions saying that people did not like Friends or that they thought that the show Friends is overrated. Now look, I can kind of see why people would think that because Friends is extremely overhyped, but I still really enjoy Friends. I have the entire box set. I've watched the show probably through 5 times at least. But this one I think is interesting because she said that I genuinely don't like Friends because of the laugh tracks. And I do have to agree, I really don't like shows that have laugh tracks in, and I'm so glad that a lot of TV shows have stopped doing this because in the past, I feel like almost every TV show, if you watch any TV show that's like from the 2010s under, they all have laugh tracks in, and it's really annoying because like if your show's funny, you shouldn't have to have laugh tracks in because the viewer should be laughing, okay? I don't need you to tell me when to laugh. And also there'd be so many times where like the audience would laugh and it wasn't even something funny and it was just confusing and distracting. So I do enjoy Friends, but I will agree that it is not as funny as the laugh track tries to make it out to be, and the laugh track is annoying. So I agree with you on that, but I still enjoy the show. Anyways, moving on. Okay, this one is just really funny because this isn't even an unpopular opinion, it's just an insult. This person says, I didn't love your headshots, you don't look that good. okay? So if you guys don't know, I'm an actor and I post headshots occasionally on my Instagram feed. And yeah, apparently this person doesn't like my headshots and felt the need to tell me. All good, I respect your opinion. Next up, Don't Call Me Angel wasn't that good. It sounds weird. I have to agree. I'm sorry. Look, I love Ariana Grande, I love Miley Cyrus, and I love Lana Del Rey. But Don't Call Me Angel was one of the biggest disappointments of 2019. I'm not gonna lie, I do listen to the song occasionally in the gym, just because that one verse that Miley Cyrus has where she's in the boxing ring just like really gets me going. And that one line that Ariana Grande has where she's like,
don't you know that I bite when the sun sets?
The song, while annoying and just off, and also I feel like it starts too soon, it has some moments that I enjoy, but only when I'm at the gym. Like, I exclusively listen to it there. Also, I love Lana, but her verse just doesn't fit with the song. It just didn't make sense to me. Anyways, moving on. Okay, this next unpopular opinion is that memes are overrated. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree. Memes are so versatile, so I don't get how you can't like memes. Like, memes is just any funny video or photo format, you know, each to their own, but like, life would be so sad if you didn't enjoy memes. Like, literally anytime I'm miserable or just want a distraction, I just scroll through Twitter or Instagram, because I mainly just follow meme pages, because ain't nobody got time for those fake Insta models, let me just tell you that. So yeah, I just scroll through memes for like, I could honestly do it for hours, and it just like really makes me feel better about my life and myself. So anyway, moving on. So the next unpopular opinion, okay, I saw a lot of these actually. It says, I feel sorry for James Charles. He has done some bad shit, but he doesn't deserve to be bullied all the time. If you guys have been keeping up with my latest videos, you'll know that I constantly say that while I am not a fan of James Charles, I can look at things objectively, and the guy does get, I don't know if bullied is the word that I would use, but he gets like a lot of unnecessary hate and a lot of people trying to bring him down. I feel like people just need to give the guy a break. So yeah, I do have to agree with that unpopular opinion. Just let the girl live. Let James Chihuahua thrive. Call him out when he does something wrong, but otherwise, just let him do his gig. Let him do his thing. You know, he's not bothering you, and if he is, the unfollow button is right there. You know, nobody's forcing you to follow him. Ooh, okay. This next unpopular opinion is Justin Bieber and his music is boring, bland, and cookie cutter pop. Now look, some of y'all about to be mad, but it must be said. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be said, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Which I suppose is the entire theme of my channel. So, I'm gonna have to agree. I was never really a believer. I've never really been a huge fan of Justin Bieber. His voice to me doesn't sound that special. His music doesn't do it for me. I do, however, see why people like him and respect that. I'm sorry, JB, but you just ain't for me, okay? Okay, moving on. Okay, this one I agree with. This unpopular opinion, which I don't know if it's that unpopular, but maybe it just depends on the age group. Like, definitely boomers wouldn't agree with it. It says, young kids get too much shit from the older folks. Yeah, sometimes they do things that are silly or cringe, but newsflash, you were cringe when you were their age. And I definitely do agree. I suppose I'm even guilty of this. Like, I'm 19, turning 20 in January, and I occasionally look at these, you know, 14, 15-year-olds on TikTok, or even my sister who's 16, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? I feel like the gap between age groups is so big, even if you're not that far apart, the generational gap, if that makes sense. But what I do try and remind myself is that I was at that age once, and I was once, you know, doing silly or cringy things like that, and I'm sure people who are older than me look at what I'm doing and think that I'm doing is cringy. I think everything is just relative, and I think that the older generation need to realize that they were teenagers once too, and they were living in a different period of time. So while they may look at certain things like, you know, TikTok or social media and think it's cringy or bad for kids or whatever, you didn't grow up that way, so you don't really get to speak on it. Stay in your lane. Okay, boomers? I see you. Can you see me? Have you been to the optometrist lately? No, I'm kidding. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. Moving on. This unpopular opinion is strong. It says Trisha Paytas is by far one of the worst YouTubers there is, and she should have her channel deleted and more. The fact that people still support her is disgusting and says something about how they are fine with literal problematic people. Just because she's a troll doesn't mean she should be allowed to do that and say the shit that she does. If you did not watch my previous video, which if you haven't, what are you doing? I speak about problematic influencers who get away with everything, and Trisha Paytas is definitely one of them. I don't necessarily agree that her channel should be deleted, but I do agree that Trisha Paytas gets away with a lot, and I feel like there are certain times where I can't excuse it. Like, if she wants to cry on her kitchen floor about her ex-boyfriend or expose the vlog squad, girl, go and do it. Do your thing. But, you know, faking coming out as transgender and lying about making money on certain things and just a few other things that she's done, me personally, I can't excuse, and that's why I don't really watch her videos anymore. But, you know, each to their own. I neither disagree nor agree. I'm in the middle with this one. I'm Switzerland. This next unpopular opinion says Emma Chamberlain doesn't deserve all the hate she gets. The majority of people who dislike her are jealous of the lifestyle she gets to live. I do agree with this one. I feel like Emma Chamberlain, ever since she blew up, because her comeuppance was so quick, she gets a lot of hate and unnecessary hate. I do think it's definitely died down, but there was a time where so many people were making fun of her. Like meme pages that were run by grown-ass adults were posting nasty things about Emma, who at the time was a 17-year-old child. I do think that a lot of people took that too far and they really need to cut her some slack. I really like how Emma is rich. Like, we know that, it's pretty obvious, but she does not flaunt it. She does not flex it. Her videos are pretty much what she was making before. Like, obviously there's certain things that she doesn't do anymore. While she does have a better lifestyle, what do you expect? As somebody who has millions and millions of subscribers and makes millions and millions of dollars, obviously she's going to have a really comfortable lifestyle. But I don't think she deserves hate for having that lifestyle, especially considering she goes about it in a really humble and modest manner, in my opinion at least. Obviously, when you're that rich, you can get a little bit out of touch with reality, which I'm sure she does occasionally. But for the most part, I think she's handling her fame and her comeuppance and her wealth very well. So cut the girl some slack. Okay, moving on. Okay, no. This unpopular opinion says Lily Singh and Lele Pons are actually funny. No. Okay, normally I can respect people's sense of humor, but Lele Pons is just loud and Lily Singh is just hateful and repetitive. Neither of them are funny. And in fact, if you would like proof on that, I have made a video on both of them. I made a video reacting to Lele Pons' videos and a video reacting to Lily Singh's new late night show. So if you would like to go ahead and watch those and see why those two ladies are in fact not funny in the slightest, the links will be in the description. So check it out. Anyway, alrighty, this next unpopular opinion is honestly spitting some truth tea. People really slept on the fact that Cardi B drugged and stole money from men. Just imagine the backlash a man would receive if he did that to a woman. Being a woman isn't an excuse for doing illegal shit. And I 100% agree with this. I still can't believe people glazed over that fact about Cardi B so quickly. And I do think that if the roles were reversed, the man who did it would have never heard the end of it. And rightly so. I feel like regardless of whether it is a man or a woman, that act itself was disgusting, immoral, and shameful, and one of the reasons I stopped supporting Cardi B. So thank you for pointing that out, just in case any of us forgot. Anyway, moving on. Okay, this unpopular opinion is interesting. It says the Kardashians are actually talented. Kris Jenner was talented enough to raise 5 millionaires, and they're all really entertaining. Okay, look, I can respect the Kardashian-Jenner grind to a certain extent, but those women are not talented, okay? They are lucky and smart. Kris Jenner making that family rich and blah 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 whatever, she's very smart. What she did was smart. Maintaining it has been smart, okay? And I will agree that they are entertaining, you know. I mean, occasionally, like, I can never just sit down and watch 40 minutes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I usually just watch the snippets that are on YouTube. So I do agree that they are somewhat entertaining. And talent, no, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. Unless you consider finessing your way and making money a talent, in which case I guess they are talented. But I would just say that they're more so smart businesswomen who are very lucky. I feel like a lot of the people forget about their luck. They're from a very wealthy family who lived in a very wealthy area, and let's not discredit that. So I don't completely hate on the Kardashian-Jenner grind. I'm not one of those people that's like,
they shouldn't be famous, blah blah blah.
Like, do their gig, they made it this far, they've maintained their relevancy thus far. You know, congrats to you, kudos to you. However, I don't think they're super talented and they don't really amaze me, you know? But anyways, moving on. This next unpopular opinion is simple, sweet, straight to the point, and I like it. It says meat is disgusting, and I'm a vegetarian, have been so for 2 years, and while I'm not gonna tell anybody what to put in their body and shame you for your beliefs, I do agree that meat is disgusting. The way it comes about is disgusting, the taste is disgusting, the idea of it disgusts me. That being said, if you want to eat it, that's your prerogative. I ain't shaming you, that's just my opinion, okay? Gotta stay opinionated. I know we just spoke about Emma Chamberlain, but this one says, people hating on Emma Chamberlain for not showering but not giving a about Shane saying he doesn't shower is just internalized misogyny that no one, including females, refuse to admit they have. I actually really agree with this. I think this is a really good point. I think it is interesting that Emma Chamberlain made one joke about not showering and the internet never let her forget it. People still drag her about it to this day. There were so many posts about her being dirty or gross for ages, and it was really just old and sad and just annoying. It wasn't funny after like the first day. Whereas Shane Dawson literally jokes about not showering, about peeing in bottles underneath his bed, about about not washing his face or his body, about picking his ass, and about wearing shirts with holes and stains on them. Don't get me wrong, I like Shane, but the man is gross, okay? And he doesn't hide it, yet everybody's just like,
Oh my god, you're so funny, Shane.
but the second Emma Chamberlain makes one gross joke, people don't let her hear the end of it. And honestly, I do think that that's rooted in misogyny. I think people have super high expectations of women, whereas men are, I guess, supposedly allowed to make jokes about being disgusting and it be funny. So you know what? That is a great point that you made there. Let me know what you guys think of that. I actually think that's really interesting. Speaking of interesting, this unpopular opinion says that tanning your skin is just as problematic as whitewashing. You gotta love your natural skin. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I feel about this because obviously I'm against people bleaching their skin. I think that's really sad. You know, love your natural skin no matter what color it is. I guess that, I don't know, that's interesting because people have been tanning for such a long time and it's just normalized. But I guess if you look at it from the other point of view, trying to make yourself lighter is a bad thing, but then trying to make yourself darker is a good thing. I don't really know why that is. That's actually so interesting. Let me know what you guys think about that below. I've never really thought about it that way. I mean, for a while there, back when I was in high school, I really wanted to be tan because like I live in Australia and a lot of people here are tan because like, you know, they go to the beach and whatever, and people wear fake tan a lot here as well. So for a while there, I tried actually tanning. Like I would lather, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, by the way. I would lather myself in like coconut oil and just lay out in the sun. And then I tried so many different fake tans. Like I really cared about it so much, and now I really don't. Like when I go to the beach, I'll literally just tan for half an hour, 15 minutes on each side. But I've just learned to be content with the color of my skin. I'm not super pale, but I am kind of pale, but I just don't care anymore. I feel like once you stop subscribing to the standards of beauty and the norms, life just becomes so much easier. But that is a really interesting point about tanning being not problematic when whitewashing is. Maybe it's just the way that you go about doing it, because I mean, while laying in the sun is dangerous, wearing fake tan isn't, and it's not as dangerous as like bleaching your skin. So I think it's an interesting topic that I would love to actually hear your guys' thoughts on that, because it's not something I've really thought about before. So let me know. Okay, next up, I've been seeing a lot of unpopular opinions saying that Billie Eilish is overhyped. Her music is good, but it romanticizes mental disorders, and her videos are mocking those with disabilities. Okay, I think that's interesting. I think there's a lot to unpack there. Personally, I really enjoy Billie Eilish's music. I think even if you don't like her, you can't deny that she's an amazing vocalist. I think her lyrics are great. I think they speak to a lot of people. I went to Billie Eilish's concert the beginning of this year. She was the first concert I've ever been to. I have an attachment to her, but not like her stans. Like, I don't stan anyone, but I really have a special spot for her in my heart because I found her before she was famous. No joke, I found her like when she had 2 songs out back in 2017 in a really dark point in my life, so I'll always have a soft spot for her. I don't think that she romanticizes mental illnesses. I think that she writes songs about, you know, depression or anxiety or loss or any of these things so that people can relate to them and feel less alone. That's how I feel, at least. And in terms of her romanticizing disabilities, I don't know what you mean by that. Like maybe in some of her music videos where she like twitches and stuff, but I don't really think she's trying to like mimic anything. I think it's her just doing like kind of a possessed cool type of thing. So no, I'm sorry, I disagree with that unpopular opinion, but if anybody would like to comment down below why they think Billie Eilish romanticizes mental illnesses or disabilities, I would love to hear your point of view. But I personally, at this point in time, disagree, and I don't think she's overhyped. Maybe, I think a lot of the times it's based on the fans, because her fans, a lot of them are quite young, and young fans tend to be a lot more intense and enthusiastic and loud about their love for someone. She appears to be overhyped because of that, but I think she's a great artist. Okay, this one's interesting. It says Game of Thrones wasn't actually as good as it was hyped up to be. Look, I love Game of Thrones. Okay, well, I loved Game of Thrones, okay? The first couple seasons, like the first maybe 4 seasons, were gold. And you want to know why? It's because they were following the books. And then later on, it had its ups and its downs, a lot of downs. The last season, we just pretend that didn't happen, okay? But I actually really love Game of Thrones. I think it's a really interesting world. I don't know, whenever I watched that show, I was so invested and I just like felt like I could escape into that world because it was so rich. So no, I do love Game of Thrones. I mean, I guess you could say it's overhyped because literally so many people talk about it, but whenever something's overhyped, it's obviously hyped for a reason. It's because people like it, and if you think it's overhyped, it's obviously just because you don't like it. Ooh, wow, that's a realization and a half, isn't it? But no, I enjoy Game of Thrones. Alrighty, on to our last unpopular opinion for the day. I think we can all agree with this one. It says that my channel is underrated and that I should have 1 million followers. Absolutely, I expect every single person watching this video to subscribe and get me to 1 million subscribers by, I don't know, maybe an hour after this video is live. I feel like that's realistic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. I don't know if it's an unpopular unpopular opinion though. I think we can all agree that I should hit 1 million followers today. No guys, I'm just kidding. In all honesty, I got a lot of comments saying that you guys think that my channel is underrated and that I deserve more support. And I really appreciate that stuff. Regardless of the numbers, I'm just so grateful for those of you that are here and I appreciate y'all so much. But anyway, that being said, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and comment down below any of your thoughts. And as always, if you've not already, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell on so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to go ahead and follow me on any of my social media, they are just linked down below, as well as the link to my opinionated merch, which comes in 4 different colors. So go ahead and cop yours today. And yeah, guys, that's it for me in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope to see you in my next one. And of course, I hope that you have a great day or night, wherever you're in the world. Bye.